In double-blind tastings, there's heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again, but I do know one thing. I want to know what love is, and I want one of these pours to show me.
I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. You gotta leave that in there. All right, that was a opener if I ever heard one. But welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. I'm crying laughing from Erin's reaction. She didn't know that was going to happen. And we don't know what's going to happen with either one of these two glasses. We are completely double blind. These could build us up. Buttercup, these could let us down. We don't know.
You can't keep saying song lyrics because I'm going to sing them.
Let me tell the people
Please
that
stop.
These were drawn at random from our blind sample pool full of a bunch of bourbon and rye matchups that could be anything. Available versus allocated, inexpensive versus other inexpensive pours. Maybe it's a curveball that is there to keep us on our toes.
Who knows?
I will say these both look very dark, and I hope they deliver on the palate, but never judge a book by its cover, they say. Somebody said that once upon a time. Who are they? They're smart. I think that's a good thing to think.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's get it on the nose. I would say we're off to a pretty decent start here.
I feel like the darkness, what you would expect to smell when you see a darker pour, it's translating on the nose. Also, it's clinging to the wall of this glass.
Yeah.
I hope that means it's viscous because I'm really liking thicker pours. I don't like watery pours.
You know what's funny? I'm going to pull a little bit of an
What?
an Erinism here.
Okay.
Somebody coined that term a while back, an Erinism, and I love it.
Okay.
When I smelled this, the first thing I thought of was a pool.
Like chlorinated water?
Chlorinated water. And I don't know why that is, but there's it's the way the alcohol is interacting with all the other things
There's
in the
like
glass.
a sharpness there that you get when you maybe like get chlorine up your nose, like pool water up your nose.
But it's got such a rich caramel, sweet oak, little bit of fruit in there.
I'm getting some dusty earth.
Yeah. And some dusty earth, like an old rick house. If you've ever been in a rick house.
With like a dirt floor.
Yeah, if you've ever been to Kentucky, if you've been in a rick house with a bunch of dry wood and earthy floor, that's what this smells like. It smells like fantastic Kentucky bourbon to me. Ready to get this on the palate?
Sure.
Can't wait. Cheers.
Wow, it's a lot fruitier than I thought it would be.
Mamma mia. Wow.
I like it. I need another sip because that first sip kind of surprised me. I'm going to take another first sip.
That is so fruity. It comes through with all that other stuff, but on top of that, there's like this reduced fruit, not reduced fruit, what do they call it? When you do a fruit compote?
Yeah.
And you're cooking it
Like
with
a
sugar?
reduction?
Is that what you do with sugar in the pan?
I think so.
When you're doing a reduction?
I don't know.
Whatever that thing is where you put the fruit in the pan and you cook it with the sugar, that's what this is. Mm-hmm. And
But there's a lot of alcohol in that too. Because this feels high proof. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But there's a sharpness or like a warmth on the back end that I feel like I get with higher proof pours. It's good though. It's everything Josh said I agree with.
Man,
it's very good.
That's like a raspberry, blueberry, blackberry cobbler. Mm-hmm. Or compote or whatever. Mm-hmm. Literally that's been served on top of a charred oak plate.
And then doused with alcohol.
Yes, just a boatload of alcohol that makes it very strong.
I will say, going back to it, the nose, I expected that chlorinated smell or that chlorinated feeling on the nose to go away, but it's still there.
Yeah. And the finish last, you get a good hug from it. Mm-hmm. That is wild whiskey.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what glass 2's like.
This is wild, but like in kind of a good way.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, oh, like you're a bad boy, but I kind of like it.
Wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah.
But he's kind of nice and secret.
He's like really sweet. He carries a handkerchief, but he drives a motorcycle and wears a leather jacket.
Okay. You know, I used to drive a motorcycle and wear a leather jacket and carry a handkerchief.
You carried a handkerchief?
Yep. In high school. That's not when I was wearing the leather jacket and riding the motorcycle.
You carried a handkerchief in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that about you. Why don't you carry a handkerchief now?
That's what tissues are for.
My nose is always
running.
Why
do I want a snotty rag?
It'd be so sweet if you could be like, here's a handkerchief.
Why do I want a snotty rag in my pocket?
No, it's just so sweet.
I was raised by a woman who was born in 1926. My grandmother taught me to carry a handkerchief.
Yeah.
And then I learned about tissues, and I've never turned back. Because snot in my pocket doesn't sound like the greatest idea.
Fair enough.
Let's get into glass 2. I'm sure it's better than Snot in My Pocket. Yup, it's definitely better than that. Wow. Okay, this is the banana boat. This is the vanilla boat.
Like the sunscreen?
Yeah.
Or the song?
Get on the boat, the vanilla boat.
Okay, well, you're talking about the
with
song.
With maximum flavor through and through.
Because that's a
Get
song.
Get on the vanilla boat.
It's a song. Not
yes.
The sunscreen.
This is vanilla. And it honestly does have a little bit of banana and a little bit of cherry in there too. Heavy vanilla, heavy cherry, a little bit of banana.
Are you thinking banana split?
Yeah, but it's been drowned. It's been absolutely drowned by all the other accoutrements.
I'm getting vanilla. There's like a dryness that I'm getting on the nose too. And I can't pinpoint it. Let's taste it.
You mean the boatload of oak?
Oh, is that oak?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a ton of oak too.
Okay.
Get this on the palate.
Interesting.
Oh, man. Wow.
It's soft and floral.
Yep. It has a floral element to it. That's a good call.
I did not expect that.
It is softer than glass 1. It doesn't have the impact.
And also, it's softer than it smells. Like I expected it to taste, coming off of glass 1, also, and how it smelled, I expected it to be a stronger punch. It's very soft and floral.
Yeah.
I need another sip.
I'm getting lots. I'm getting lots down here.
Mine is right here.
Yeah.
I usually get a Kentucky hug right here. Is that normal?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sip number 2.
I don't know if I like the floralness of this.
Wow. Yeah, it does have a florality to it.
Yeah, like almost like stems and all. Like I'm eating the green parts and the petal parts.
I feel like you would like that because you like earthy stuff.
You would think so, but I don't think I like florally stuff. I think I like grass and dirt, but not flowers. As far as tasting them, I love looking at them.
Yeah. It almost has like this wildflower honey thing going on in it. And that's where I get the florality. But there's also still the heavy vanilla.
Finish, though.
The finish is spectacular. And it seems to be more well-crafted than Glass 1.
You think?
Glass 1 has a little bit more punch and pizzazz.
Okay.
This seems to be, it's a more cohesive experience.
Okay.
It seems to be every bit as proofy without the heat. And it's just kind of, I mean, it is riding out. Like it's setting in deep. It's still finishing right now. I still feel it finishing right now. And it is awesome. But we do have a horse race on our hands here because Glass 1 is really good as well. So this is going to be very difficult. I'm kind of in love with both of these for different reasons.
Oh.
I don't know how you feel.
I don't know. I need a little more time with these alone together.
Okay. Alone together.
Alone together.
All right. We're going to do that. We're going to take our time. Honestly, this is very necessary usually because it's hard to talk to a camera and critically assess what we're drinking. In this particular situation, these are both so strong that we're going to have to leave minutes between sips.
To let our palates kind of clear out.
Yeah, so we're going to do that now off camera. We will be back with our full impressions on both of these glasses, let you know if anything changed, let you know what our ratings are, let you know which one we prefer, which is going to be very interesting. See you in a few. Wow, oh, wow. Oh, wow, oh, wow.
Yep.
What a matchup.
Yep.
What do you think? Where are you at? What
so
do you prefer? What are your ratings?
I just have to say, you guys, if you ever do blind tastings, please take some time and taste things in a reverse order than when you first tasted it. Because for me, we did that, and that completely changed the name of the game for me.
Yeah. Because when we started with Glass 1, it was awesome. And we went to Glass 2, and coming off the heels of Glass 1, highlighted things in Glass 2 that when we cleared our palates and started with Glass 2, were not there.
Yeah.
And then when we went back from 2 to 1, there were things that were there that weren't there when we started with it.
Yeah.
So that's why we have to take our time.
When we go off camera, we normally will taste them in a reverse order and then oftentimes taste them back again. Like I will taste them in reverse order and then in the same order again. Like the 1 to 2, 2 to 1, back and forth. So this changed everything for me. Glass 2, I wildly prefer it. Wildly prefer it. It's getting a thumbs up, and Glass 1 is just okay. When I tasted Glass 2 first, I smelled it first. The nose got more of what I want to smell when I smell a whiskey.
Okay.
Earthy, rickhousey.
Rich, dense.
Rich, yeah. And then when I tasted it, that floral note didn't completely disappear, but it dissipated almost to the point of disappearing. And it just became rich, and it became everything it smelled. And then I tasted that, and then went to glass 1, and glass 1, off of the heels of glass 2, tasted tart. And
so tart.
Bitter, like a cranberry tartness, which
Super
was
cranberry, yeah.
weird. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I think I was like, whoa, my brain. I think I said my brain exploded.
It almost tasted artificial.
Yeah, it was so weird. And then I gave it some time, started with glass 1 again, and then went back to glass 2. And I didn't get as much tartness, but that tartness was still there. So, all that to say, it's very important to taste things in one order, then taste them in another order. Potentially taste them again and then again, like 2 rounds in reverse order and such. So, just okay, thumbs up.
That's crazy. Okay, I'm 2 thumbs up on both of these. I'm not going to bury the lead. These feel like very special whiskey to me. Okay. Not a lot of things do what these 2 glasses do.
Even with the tartness of glass 1?
Yep, okay. Even with that.
Okay.
What I will say is that I do prefer glass 2.
Okay.
And it is close but clear. Because when you compare them side by side, what happens is that glass 2 just trounces glass 1. But
well, if you taste them.
But here's the thing: if you're a person who likes fruity pours, tart pours, you're going to like glass 1 more than glass 2.
Glass 1 for me got more fruity. Did it for you?
It got more fruity, but in a tart cranberry way. To your point.
Yeah.
And to me, I didn't love that. But when I taste it by itself, when I took the time to just taste it by itself. It's fruity, it's oaky, it's sweet, it's dense, it's rich, it seems like it's got aged oak on it. It has all the elements that I want in a pour, but it is a fruit-forward pour, and the fruit that is forward is that cranberry, raspberry tartness. Whereas glass 2 has the heavy vanilla, and I love heavy vanilla, caramel, and that type of note more than the raspberry, cranberry or cranberry raspberry forwardness of glass 1. I prefer the heavy vanilla, brown sugar, cherry on glass 2 more. Yeah. And to your point too, glass 2, that florality that we got coming off of the heels of glass 1 on the first impressions. Yeah. It did dissipate. And it really disappeared for me.
For me, it's still there on the very back end, and it's translating as like a honeysuckle now.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
It's weird how it kind of morphed.
Yeah. Glass 2 to me tastes like one of the best expressions of Kentucky bourbon ever.
Oh, interesting.
And glass 1 to me tastes like a very fruit-forward expression of some of the best Kentucky bourbons ever. But I'm really confused by this matchup because I don't know what would fit this profile, especially with glass 1. It almost tastes finished in like a sherry barrel or like a red wine barrel. It's so fruity,
it is
rich.
So kind of just fruity sweet.
Yeah.
I'm taking another sip.
I'm
so confused by this, you guys. I think my brain short-circuited.
Well, we're going to find out price and see if that changes our ratings, and then we're going to find out what we've been drinking. But this is a very, very, very interesting matchup. Okay. I can't even get my numbers right here. Glass number 1 in our pool is number 36, and glass number 2 is 35. So we did prefer glass 2 unanimously. So let's go with glass number 1, number 36, price.
$200.
It tastes that way to me. I'm going to...
Truly?
Oh, can I stay 2 thumbs up at $200?
I don't know. Can you?
Let me take a sip.
Okay.
What are you going to do at 200?
At 200, I'm thumbs down because I didn't prefer it. I'm changing. And I also have the benefit of seeing the price of the next one.
The prices. I'm going to go thumbs up on glass 1.
Okay.
Number 36. Man, if that's not finished in some type of cask,
it has to be finished.
It has to be. It's so fruity. Glass number 2, price?
$70.
What? 2 thumbs up. I'm staying 2 thumbs up.
And honestly, I would historically be like, $70, that's so many dollars. But for what I'm tasting here...
That's a great impression of yourself, by the way.
Thanks. I try. I practice. For what I'm tasting here, I feel like it's every bit worth $70, so I'm going 2 thumbs up as well.
And it did go toe-to-toe with glass 1. Mm-hmm. Different.
And I will say, my first impression of it wasn't amazing, but I gave it some time. I tasted it first. I gave it another shot, and it definitely was worth that.
Okay. So it is fair to say that we are all on board with glass 2.
Yep.
And you're out on glass 1. Did you go thumbs down?
Yep.
Sorry. I'm going to go to I'll go thumbs up on glass 1. Okay. I do think it is special. Whatever glass 2 is for $70 is insane.
Yeah.
So 2 thumbs up for sure at that. This is a wild matchup. I have no clue what this could possibly be. Glass number 1, our least preferred, glass number 36 in our pool is...
Parker's Heritage 10-year rye.
It's a
rye.
The rye makes sense. Wow.
This is 128.8 proof.
It's so fruity.
It is. I'm shocked that a rye was that fruity.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Ridiculous. What's glass number 2?
And I smiled because I see what glass number 2 is.
What is it?
It's Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Single Barrel Rye. Or Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye. And it's a single barrel.
What do I say about Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye?
It's the best rye ever made.
And the breath rye, and the breast rye, and everything. All the ryes.
It's the best rye ever made. And it's 135.7 proof.
Wow.
And the Parker's was thanks to Chris Prokopiak. So he gave us a sample. So thank you, Chris, for that.
Best last name in the game.
Yes. Wow. I am shooketh. Because coming off of the heels of the Parker's, the Jack Daniel's did not taste great. Gave it some time. Gave it its own time. It was amazing, and it blew my face off in the best way possible. And I'm really glad that it is. You can get it, right? Like
this is just an off the shelf product that they are single barrels. They will vary.
Yeah, that's true.
This particular one is one that we own. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it was in our top few of last year. Mm-hmm. And I put this in here because Parker's Heritage Rye is a hard to get bottle, high price, gets marked up. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye sits on shelves in most markets. And if it's not on your shelf yet, it's coming because they're making a ton of it. And I have long maintained they make the best barrel proof rye on planet Earth. I mean that over Thomas H. Handy and Buffalo Trace barrel proof ryes. I mean that over Parker's Heritage Ryes, and
apparently
this checks out. That rye is bonkers good. It
slaps.
It does slap, as the kids say, or whatever they say these days.
I don't think they say that anymore. We're like way past that.
They used to say that. I don't even know what they say now.
I think they still say that. I have to watch TikToks to find out what kids say.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not on TikTok, though.
What I will say is that I wish I was wearing my Rye Whiskey shirt, but I'm my Led Zeppelin inspired Rye Whiskey shirt, but instead I'm wearing my Pink Floyd inspired Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
And these are both dark and rich and awesome.
Hey, that fits.
Check out stuffandwhiskey.com if you want some of our shirts. If you want to join our Patreon community, we are trying to get a Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Rye pick, and we hope it happens this year. But we have other picks on the horizon as well. If you want to get in on those, we're picking barrels. We're making them available to you guys. If you like our palates, if you like that we like these whiskeys and you like them too, then you're probably going to like our barrel picks. So get in on that over there. They start in tiered order and go down. You can get involved for as little as $3 a month or even $3 a month.
Free.
Zero.
If it's for free, then it's for me.
Click around on the 3 dots on the side, or if you're on the mobile app, you should be able to see it. But join in over there. That's how we release our barrel picks. We also have a fantastic Discord community for paid members that you can get involved, do sample swaps, help each other find things, all kinds of cool stuff.
The Discord's where it's at.
Yep.
Not gonna lie.
Good people, good whiskey. That's what we're about. And these were 2 pretty dang good pours.
Yeah.
If you like the video, like it. Think about subscribing to the channel because these blind tastings are what we do over here every single week. So it does benefit you to subscribe. You don't have to, but you would be helping yourself. It would help us too.
It would also help us.
But don't worry about helping us.
Yeah.
It's about whether it's a benefit to you or not.
That's true.
If you do like...
I frequently call my subscriptions on YouTube.
Yeah, and if you like this type of content, honest opinions, this is the reason you should subscribe.
Yeah.
Not for us, but because it's going to help you get to know, do I need to splurge for a Parker's or can I just get Jack Daniel's? That's what we do here.
Yeah.
That's why we do it. And that's it.
That's it for today.
Yeah.
Be good to each other, guys. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers.